Hello and welcome. In this session, we'll explore the fundamentals of interviews, why they matter, how they are structured, the different formats, and key communication strategies for success. By the end, you'll be equipped with the skills to conduct and participate in interviews effectively. What is the importance of interviews? An interview is more than just a conversation. It is a structured communication exchange where both parties listen, respond, and share perspectives. Whether in a job setting, counseling session, or business negotiation, interviews help to establish understanding, make decisions, and drive meaningful action. What is the basic structure of an interview? A well-conducted interview follows a clear structure, ensuring effective communication and decision-making. There is the opening stage. This is where the introduction sets the tone. It includes greetings, establishing rapport, stating the purpose, and outlining expectations. Then the substantive stage follows. This is the core of the interview, where questions and discussions take place. Responses are analyzed, positions clarified, and decisions explored. The final stage is the closing stage. A strong conclusion reinforces key points, summarizing the outcomes and providing the next steps or follow-up actions. What are the different interview formats? Interviews vary based on formality, the power dynamics, and the purpose. Common formats include formal versus informal interviews. Formal interviews are structured business type of interviews. Informal interviews can be casual networking conversations. One-on-one versus panel interviews. One-on-one interviews will be individual discussions versus panel interviews, which are multiple interviewers assessing a candidate. You also have remote versus in-person interviews. Remote, these are virtual communication arrangements versus in-person interviews, which involve face-to-face interaction. We are going to zero in on a few types of interviews and their purposes for the sake of this discussion. You have employment interviews, which assess qualifications, compatibility, and mutual fit. You have performance appraisals, which evaluate growth, achievements, and areas for development. You have exit interviews, which are good for gathering feedback from departing employees or students to improve the current environment. You may also have a reprimand interview, which seeks to correct bad behavior or negative behavior on the part of the employee. You may have structured interviews, which have a highly organized format where all participants receive the same predetermined questions. This ensures consistency and comparability across candidates or subjects. For example, a job interview may use a standardized questionnaire. The advantages are that it minimizes bias, ensures fairness, and simplifies the evaluation process. But then the challenges are that it limits spontaneity and deeper exploration. You also have unstructured interviews, which have an open-ended format allowing flexible questioning based on the conversation flow. So the interviewer guides the discussion but does not follow a strict set of questions. For example, a journalistic or counseling interview. And the advantages of this is that it encourages deeper insights and it allows personalized responses. But the challenge here is that it is difficult to compare responses and it requires skilled interviewers. The third is the semi-structured interview, which is a hybrid approach combining structured elements with flexibility for follow-up questions and deeper discussion. For example, academic research interviews, where core questions are prepared but interviewers adapt based on responses. What are the common interview questions? An interviewer's questions shape the discussion. Using varied question types ensures depth and clarity. The key question types include open-ended questions. They are closed-ended questions which require specific yes or no answers. There are also mirror questions which clarify and confirm information. There are hypothetical questions. They are probing questions which dig deeper into an issue for more insights. And then there are leading questions which subtly guide an interviewee's responses. And finally, there are summary questions which basically confirm understanding before closing the discussion. Words matter, but nonverbal cues play a major role in an interview's success. For example, eye contact, which shows engagement and confidence, posture, which reflects attentiveness and professionalism, tone and pace of speech, shapes the conversation's clarity and impact, gestures and facial expressions, these enhance communication and build rapport. So, how do you prepare for an interview? Everybody knows that preparation for anything is key to a successful anything. Using the same logic, how do you get ready? Number one, research. Gather information about the interviewer, the organization, or the job description. Engage in person-centered communication. So consider the interviewer's perspective when crafting your responses. Practice responses, that is, rehearse your answers to common questions like the ones we have discussed here. And plan to manage difficult questions. Know your rights and also frame your responses thoughtfully. In conclusion, interviews are powerful tools for decision making, learning, and growth. By understanding structure and mastering the different formats, asking strong questions, and mastering non-verbal cues effectively, you as an interviewee can enhance your interview skills and make meaningful connections.